Hey everybody, this is Jen Keenan with the Four Squares Residential Group at Keller Williams, coming to you with my Love the Way You Live video series. And as I mentioned, this year we're going to talk about loving the way you live in other cities. And we're going to be highlighting areas around the country that you may be considering moving to. So this month, I'm super excited to have with me Paige Charnick from Long Beach, California, Southern California, Orange County, Los Angeles County hybrid. And we're going to learn a little bit about Long Beach today and what it's like to live in Southern California. So, Paige, thank you so much for being with me.
Thanks for having me, Jen. I'm so excited to chat with you about all things Long Beach. And
Me too.
yeah, it's so fun
Yeah.
to catch up. So
You know,
yeah,
and it's nice to have these conversations in the winter because obviously it's cold here. And I think, last month we focused on right outside of Tampa, Florida. So we did East Coast. So now I thought this month it would be fun to do West Coast. And I'm a fan of California. And if I had my druthers, I would live there. So there's got to be other people out there that would too. So
you're welcome anytime.
I know. Thanks. So tell us a little bit about your market, what from a real estate standpoint or just lifestyle. What is it like to live there?
Okay, perfect. So basically, it's sunny and warm right now. I think people living in Long Beach would tell you it's cold, but it's in the low 60s. So I know that's not cold for you. Um, and I would say lifestyle wise, it's really an outdoor lifestyle. Long Beach is perfectly situated between Los Angeles County and Orange County. And so we have a lot of people that work in both counties, spouses that go opposite directions for work. But it's really kind of a relaxed living, seaside town.
Yeah.
So,
Let's pull up the map so people can
okay.
get a sense of where exactly we're looking at in relation to Los Angeles, because I think a lot of people here understand where Los Angeles is and where Long Beach is in relation to that. I think could help give some context.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes south of LAX. So super convenient and easy, but not really in the hustle and bustle of LA. So, you want me to share my map?
Yeah, you can. I made you host, so you can share the map.
Okay. So let's do it here. Okay. So we're centered in Long Beach here. You can see I've got some stars throughout the map. But I would say this general circle right here is all of Long Beach. I'll zoom out real quick so you can get a sense of where we are in relation to LA and Orange County.
Great. And
Um,
Orange County, for those that don't know, is further down the coast, like more southern.
right.
Okay.
So we're right here in Long Beach, and this is considered the South Bay. And then up here is Santa Monica, and LAX is right about here on the map. Um,
Okay.
Going south, you have Huntington Beach, and then you get down to like Costa Mesa and Newport Beach. So we're really right in the middle. What I like to show people sometimes, and this is a perfect time to do it, when we're looking at houses in Long Beach, specifically like with my clients, people moving from LA, normally the water is west, and in Long Beach, the water is south.
Hmm.
And so it's one of those funny things that like people don't really realize. So I always like to point it out because they're like, "Oh, I'm heading towards the water. I'm heading west," and I'm like, "No, not in Long Beach." So,
That's like
um,
how we say down the Cape here because we go on the map, it's down, but you're really going east. It's a
yeah,
weird, yeah, it's that local lingo, right?
exactly. I think a lot of locals don't even realize that too, to be honest. But anyway,
So
so
when most people like where do most people live if you're looking in this map?
okay.
Like where does your average family live?
So honestly, all over, I would say that, obviously people want to be by the water. So this over here is considered our downtown. You see it says waterfront.
Hmm.
Um, Throughout here is considered our retro row, and like Alamitos Beach. As you move further, you get to Alamitos Heights. And these are all sort of like, a 5 to 10 minute walk away from the water. Everything, close to the coast right here. Belmont Shore is like the premier waterfront neighborhood.
Okay,
Uh,
so if you are looking to spend millions of dollars and you want water views, that's where you're going to be.
exactly. And
Okay.
actually, for those $1 million water views, there's a little island right here called Naples Island, not to be confused with the Florida Naples.
We already
Uh,
talked to Florida last month. We're not doing that this time.
no, this is the Long Beach Naples and the California Naples. And so this is considered Naples Island. And it's really sort of like the hub of the waterfront luxury homes. And also we have a peninsula here as well that's also got, beautiful homes and actually some units as well, like fourplexes and triplexes.
Okay.
So for
So
water,
for you and me, who are normal, regular, non-millionaires,
yeah.
where would we live? If I wanted to up and relo and bring my kids, whether they're in school or maybe on the cusp of graduating, and you're looking to have a change, like where likely would we end up?
So you're moving a little bit off the water, right? So right here is Cal State Long Beach, and that's a major hub and employer for our city. Right here is Recreation Golf Course, and our office is right off of there. So
Okay.
as you move away from the water, this is a neighborhood called Park Estates. You're still in luxury. You're still above $1 million price point. But as soon as you get to right about here on the map, a little bit closer to the 405 freeway, and you can see there's like Target and some other things there. This is considered Los Altos, and this is one of our sort of like young family neighborhoods or young working professional couples or, just a variety of people. But it's a great price point that has started inching towards $1 million. There are some homes that are over $1 million, but there are a lot more affordable homes. Excuse me. So
And this
our
is this is great too, because as I look at this map, we have, I think, very similar employers from our market to your market, where we have the universities. Here in Greater
Mhm.
Boston, we have people that work at Harvard, they work at MIT, they work at UMass, and so to be
Yeah.
able to potentially transfer some of those skills, and I'm sure. I know we've talked about this too, just even the hospital settings. Obviously, Boston is a major hospital and healthcare hub, and so to know that there are jobs there and that in those industries could make it easy for somebody to relocate.
Yeah, so to touch on that briefly, actually, that's a great point. Our employers are pretty similar. We have the Port of Long Beach that's based over here, and we also have Long Beach Memorial Medical Center that houses a couple different pieces to it. Like it has Miller's Children's Medical Center as well. And I actually was just brushing up. They just finished. There's a children's village that was just finished. That's part of Long Beach Miller's Children's, and so it's like a huge, I guess you could say, campus.
Yeah,
It's
that's great.
pretty large, yeah. And they're a major employer. There's also community hospital in Long Beach that was just reopened. That's closer to this traffic circle area. And actually, really quick, I was thinking about this. So um, you had asked me, what's something locals only know, right?
Yeah.
And in preparation for our chat. And
So if you're moving to Long Beach, something only locals know, what is it?
yeah. So I'm getting off track a little bit,
It's okay.
but because of the traffic circle. So that's like a roundabout for you guys, I think.
A rotary, we
Um,
call them rotaries.
okay, road, exact. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. I couldn't think of the term, but it's for us, it's called the traffic circle. And that's like the only major one. There are some in neighborhoods now. They built out an infrastructure project and nobody likes them. But this just got a major facelift and it's driving everybody crazy because like they built lanes into it and it's a whole thing.
That's
So
funny. So if you're moving from Greater Boston to Long Beach, you will be able to navigate that traffic circle without fail, because we know how to do it right here, because we have them like every 5 feet, it seems.
yeah, that's our
So
only one. And people
yeah.
screw it up.
So let's talk about housing, because
Okay.
obviously that's our job,
Yeah.
right? And we want to talk to people about, what they're going to be able to buy when they move, whether they're looking for a similar space to what they have now, or if they want to downsize or upsize. So I know we've talked about, like, for example, my average sale price here in Middlesex County is about 700K. Now, certainly the closer you get to the city of Boston, the prices are about that and go up. And if you go out into the suburbs a little bit farther away, say, 7, 8 miles, those prices are coming down, likely around to the 500, 600 range. So let's talk about pricing. And then I know you were going to show some examples of homes. So
Yeah,
we'd love to show people pictures of houses so you can see what you get.
it's our favorite thing. That's why we do. So, okay, yeah. So I pulled some stats, and the average price here is just shy of 800,000. That was not true a year ago. It was about 100 grand
Mhm.
less. But right now, the average, or the median single family sales price is 747. The average is 791.
Okay.
But it's different for condos. For condos, we're closer to that 500,000 price point. And those are up like 10 and 20%.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And would
So
you say like for that price you could get like a 2 bed, 2 bath?
yeah, absolutely. The
Yeah.
the
Okay.
condos for sure, and the single family houses, a 3-2, 4-2. The square footage would probably range from like 1,300 to 1,800, right around there. So
Okay,
yeah.
so that's probably not a lot, not very different. Sometimes I know some of my friends and family who are a little bit out in the suburbs and perhaps have bought a newer house, let's say, and here newer is 20 years. They might be in the 2,000, 2,200 square foot range, but certainly a house at 17, 1,800 square feet is not out of the realm of what we're kind of used to here. Because obviously, and I'm sure you guys have this similar, like we don't have a lot of land. So you don't get big acreage lots, sometimes, but it's not, we don't have sprawling acres like in other cities.
We definitely don't have sprawling acres in Long Beach. There's a few pocketed neighborhoods that have very large lots, but they're like $3
Yeah.
million homes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
let's see some
yeah.
houses. What do you get for your money?
Okay. So this is a house that I sold actually exactly a year ago. And we sold it right around 700. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Cute.
Lot of square footage for us is 1,807 square feet. In a great neighborhood. This neighborhood's really desirable right now because of a school district. Um,
Okay.
this elementary people are really into.
Well,
Uh,
we're definitely, we're very educational here too. So we're very lucky to have good schools. So I know anybody moving, good school districts would be of importance to them for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I tell people moving from LA in particular is that, a lot of times in Los Angeles, people are putting their kids into private school. It depends where you are in LA to find the
Hmm.
right, good public school. It's very regional and neighborhood specific. And I know that's true everywhere, but in LA, it's harder. So a lot of times people can live just outside of LA, have really good public schools, and probably more square footage than they can get in, closer to the city center. And it's a really good option, I think, for people who don't, can't afford the true LA price tags.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's a really good point. And I think just like here, your commute isn't too terrible if you're going into the city for a job.
Correct. Well, this is
Well,
it's still, but
we'll
it's
see
yeah.
how it is after COVID. But I mean, certainly traffic has changed and it might be changed forever. It all remain to be seen.
I think it will be, but we'll see.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
so here's another example. This closed. I had the buyers on this one, and this closed just before Labor Day. So we were well into the COVID swing.
Hmm.
And this actually, even though it says 3-2, it actually was a 4-2. Just shy of 1,800 square feet, built in the 50s. A lot of homes in Long Beach were built in the 50s. And this sold for 811, which was just a little bit over their ask price. I want to say it was listed around 800.
Okay.
And this
Cute.
complete gut renovation, so it's all brand new.
Nice.
Yeah, the buyers are pretty happy. And then just one other example is this one that I sold. Actually, these are very close together. All three of these actually are in similar neighborhood. And this one sold, we closed escrow literally as the world was shutting down. We were worried the county recorder was going to close and make it. And so this is a little bit smaller in square footage, but the house is so cute. And still in that same neighborhood with, schools that people love. So to give you some perspective on that, going back to the map, these homes that I showed you are all kind of like over here in this pocket called Carson Park, uh,
Okay.
or adjacent.
Hmm.
Um, so things that are really close and convenient. There's Hartwell Park. There's the El Dorado Nature Center. Those are like sort of the outdoor living that's not by the beach, right? There's also a Hartwell golf course as well. We've got a little Tiger Woods claim to fame there.
Oh, right. Nice.
Yeah.
And it's nice because you can golf all year round, unlike here when you have
really
12 inches of snow on the ground.
There's a lot of golfing here, believe it or not. There's this Hartwell golf course, there's Lakewood golf course, this recreation golf course down here, El Dorado Park golf. I mean, there's a lot of golf courses. Further up I live over in this area, and there's Virginia Country Club, that also has a golf course. And then as you get into Orange County a little bit, I went to high school over here. We're neighboring a town called Los Alamitos. There's this old ranch country club that has a lot of tennis. Tennis and golf actually is pretty prevalent. I don't feel like people talk about that a lot, but it really is part of our lifestyle.
So just to put some comparison into our area, are there any options for public transportation, or are most people driving and parking?
Most people are driving. If you live closer to the shore, then you can walk a lot of places, groceries. People who live in Belmont Shore tend not to leave Belmont Shore. They don't like to go any place, because everything is walkable for them, and it's like 10 minutes. For us, a 10-minute schlep to the freeway is a lot, So I think when you live in the shore, that's you are going to be more walkable. But I would say, generally speaking, we're more car oriented for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you get so when folks come in from out of town, if they're coming from cold weather places, or what are some of the things that people are surprised to learn, besides the obvious of they can obviously hang outside all year long, right? Is there anything crazy that people are surprised to learn about?
So I was thinking about this, and what's funny is that what first comes to mind for me when you say that are all the things that locals don't take advantage of. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, gosh, we have Catalina Island that's like a 40-minute boat ride away from us. People can take day trips there. That's something that people visiting really like to do that I think locals don't take advantage of at all. There's also like a boating community in Long Beach for sure. We have like Alamitos Bay Yacht Club, and so those people I think take advantage of Catalina. And there's two sides to that island too. There's sort of like a more touristy side with Avalon, and then there's more like a more nature side, hiking, camping, that kind of side. I personally think that everybody should go out on a Duffy boat in the Naples canals.
What's that?
So I like to do this during the holidays. So Duffy boat's like a little 8 to 10 seater, like little like Surrey on top kind of boat that like you're not taking it out on the ocean, but it seats like 8 to 10 people. You can rent them for, I don't know, like $100 for a couple hours, probably a little bit more, but reasonable. And especially if everybody splits it. And then you like, with my friends, we like to bring like, wine and food and everything onto the boat, and then, just float around for a couple hours. And if you do it during the holidays, like my family sometimes likes to do this on Christmas Eve. All the lights, all the whole Naples, all those houses are all lit up, and you can just float around and look at all the lights.
That sounds amazing.
And you can do it during the winter because it's cold for us, but not, I bundle up, but you'd probably be
right.
fine.
Right. I love that. That's such a great tip. That's a great, even if you're just going out to visit around the holidays, that's a beautiful thing to see.
It's good during the summer too. It's super fun. It's just beautiful during the holidays. But the Duffy boat rentals are awesome. Catalina Island is awesome. The other thing that I think a lot of people don't know about is we have a lot of missions in California in general, but we have two in Long Beach, and they're kind of like on opposite sides of the city. And the mission that like I live close to, I was looking at their website the other day. People have events and stuff there, but the mission, like, so in California, they're doing away with this, but in California, in fourth grade, everybody has this mission project where they have to like build a mission, right? I know
Okay.
you have some
Well,
Boston
we go to
specific
Plymouth
things.
Plantation, so yeah, it's, I get you. Yeah.
Right. So for us, we have to build the mission. We put like toothpaste in the fountain. It's a whole thing. So because they all have a fountain in the middle of
Right, right, right.
So anyway, we have two missions in Long Beach and they're beautiful and they have gardens and they have like usually tours, kind of similar to there's like the Gamble House in Pasadena where it's very historical and they have you
Hmm.
take a tour. So those I think are beautiful and people don't really pay attention to that. So um
That all sounds amazing. And I think that anybody watching, if you're considering making a move to Long Beach or that kind of hybrid Orange County, Los Angeles County area, certainly would love to connect you with Paige and her team at Beach Equities because they are just a wealth of knowledge. And being, longtime residents and native, obviously, that they can help you with answer any questions, take you on tours of the neighborhood, and really give you all that inside scoop on what it's like to live in Long Beach. So Paige, I can't thank you enough for spending some time with me today, and we'll make sure to obviously post a link to your website, and anybody out there that would like to connect with Paige, just reach out to me and let me know. I will put you in touch. She will take very good care of you. And that is it for this edition of Love the Way You Live in Another City in Long Beach. So thanks again so much, and we will see you next month. Bye.
bye. Thanks for having me.